What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another BrightestShadows production. This is the J.C.B. Scrubs Podcast, Episode 3. I'm your host, Jesse, followed by my co-host, Cole.
Hi, guys.
It's me and Cole again. Things came up. Breana got really sick this week, so she's catching up on homework, and Brock is at a open house for a college down in Ohio right now, so it's just me and Cole again.
Yep, that's all right. We'll just keep it going this way.
This was a slow week, so hopefully we have enough topics to talk about. We're going to be talking about our top 5 favorite games. We're going to talk about some more Fortnite news because a lot happened during Fortnite this week. And
a little bit of the forest again.
Oh yeah, we're going to go over the forest again because Cole's been playing that. So let's get this started. What have you been doing this week?
What I've been doing this week is I have been still working on my Allison project. I spent most of the day today. I mean, I got up at 9 o'clock because I worked 2 weeks straight at my job. So I decided to sleep in a little bit. But anyways, I worked on my Allison project this morning from 9 a.m. to, right now, because I'm taking a little break to do our podcast. And yeah, it's not that fun to do this cost analysis crap, guys. There's nothing like trying to be an actual business and looking up actual hours of how long it you're supposed to take and what you actually need to do and all the pricing for it. It's just, if you're going to start a real business, you really need to make sure that you guys know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm so glad I'm done with college. Homework, I was a terrible college student, probably. I was in college for 4.5 years, and towards the end of my semesters, I was just dead, and I just didn't care. I was just in college to pass. I don't miss those days of doing homework, but the real life is just as hard as homework, so there's an aspect of being free in college and having fun. I miss that already, but anything else you want to talk about? Anything at work?
Oh, yeah. So here we're located in central Michigan, more of the northern part of it though. But anyways, we're getting this huge snowstorm this week, and before I left work here Friday, I'm not gonna name the trucker or the business I'm working at, but our trucker one of them was driving, and a car decided to get it over in the right lane because it was gonna turn right. So our truck driver got over in the left lane to keep going with not having to slow down, and the car decided to turn left in a 2-lane. So the truck driver smoked the car, and so now I have to do some body work on one of our trucks. And supposedly today, another one of our trucks got into an accident because of another car. So I got job security. Lots of it.
Yeah, I was talking to our cousin because he went to your business the other day, and he said that your truck drivers were having some incidents, not just because of the weather, just because of just mistakes being made.
Oh yeah,
that's what happens at work.
Yep. Some of these truck drivers are very good, and they do their post inspection and all that before they leave and when they come back. And the other day, actually it was yesterday, one of our trucks pulled in and the tire is butterflied, so there's a bunch of flat spots and one lug that's higher than the other and this and that because they decided to run the tire flat.
Oh,
a $250 tire, pretty much junk.
Yeah. Yep, I believe that. So basically what I've been doing this week, and not really too much, the same old like I was last week, just feeding cows in the morning. We're still putting together our manure truck. We finally got the tank in the back of the manure truck. So we're finishing that up. We got the tank bolted down. We got the sump made for the tank, so we're going to be mounting that this week. And we're going to be hooking up the PTO and then the hydraulic hoses, and hopefully in 2 weeks we'll be hauling manure and getting ready for planting season. We got all the other trucks almost ready. We got springs coming in for the other manure truck because we got a couple leaf springs broke. And just getting stuff around still. Not too much is going on.
Are you guys putting floaters on the new truck in the back and front?
What do you mean by floaters?
as the big
Oh,
tires.
tires?
Yeah.
Float tires?
Yeah.
Eventually, but right now we just can't really, afford it.
Okay.
We're trying to save a little money. We're going to try to get by for now with the skinny tires that's on it. So
Good luck.
that truck's going to have some getting stuck issues this spring, which if as much as I want to drive that new truck, I'm going to pick the other trucks because they got floating tires.
If it was me still, I would still pick our older Pete because there's nothing better than that C15 in that thing. I love that C15 plus the Super 10 transmission. Man, I can just rack through those gears.
Oh, I know.
Just,
That thing has power.
that thing is fun to drive.
I don't. You've talked to Dad probably about do you know what the engine is in the other?
Yeah,
truck?
it's a C15.
Same thing.
Same thing,
Same
but
thing as the other Pete.
Yeah, it's just got emissions on it compared to the older one.
Right, and which that takes some power away.
A little. You're not going to notice too much of a difference, I don't think, but this one has a 13 speed in it too, so
That's true, it does.
you're going to find it'll probably be close to it. I think the other cat will have more power because the emissions, to me, the emissions on this engine, they decided to put twin turbos on it and shove a bunch of air through the engine with less fuel to try to make sure it burned up all the fuel, and it kind of chokes it out a little bit, but I don't think you're going to notice it too much.
Yeah, especially for we're gonna be going slow through the fields anyways. It's not like we're gonna have a loss of power, but
Yeah.
it should be fine.
You should be all right. The
Yeah.
only issue I think you guys will have is maybe that DPF filter, or not DPF. Yeah, DPF filter might get a little plugged on you. You might have to actually pull it off and clean it.
Yeah, well, yeah, if that happens, it's probably not gonna be put back on. Like anyone cares.
I mean, no one cares. Everyone does the same kind of crap. They like to delete the trucks, and it's because none of the systems on here work for the new emissions. But anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, so getting on to some gaming. Have you played any games this week?
Yeah, I actually played The Forest this week, like I said I was going to last week. And, man, there's a lot of things that have changed since I've been on there last. There's a lot more to-do list on there. And they've always had that big crater in the middle of the map. And I've never been able to even come close to getting down to the bottom of it. And I watched a few YouTube videos not to find a way to get down there, but to find some different weapons and whatnot, because I'm used to using the katana, and the katana's good because it's really fast and you can hit your enemies quick, but I have been finding with that different upgrades with like the modern axe or even the rusty axe or the tennis racket. Honestly, the tennis racket is the best weapon in there. It's nothing like trying to go up to a mutant person and beating the snot out of him with a tennis racket. I mean, if you upgrade it, it actually is really good.
How can you upgrade it? Like, what do you do to upgrade it?
To upgrade it, like, the Takana can't be upgraded that much. You can put, like, poison and stuff on it, but you can't do any, like, damage or speed upgrades to it like the other weapons. But, like, with a modern axe, you can take... I don't know what to call these guys. I'm going to call them mutants because they're cannibals. There we go. They're cannibals.
Cannibal
Anyway,
mutants, pretty much.
Yeah. And every time you kill those people, they shed teeth, and you pick them up as you walk over them every time you kill them. Anyways, you can take those teeth and put it in your inventory on the weapon and put sap with it, and that'll increase the damage of your weapon. But also, if you do more damage than speed upgrades, it will slow your weapon down. So, say you wanted to do, you can put a total of 30 upgrades on your weapon. So, say you did like 10 teeth, 10 feathers. Feathers are used to increase the speed of your weapon. And you also can take booze or glass, because you get your glass from the boo bottles, and you can put them in with sap too, and that increases your damage but doesn't decrease your speed as much. So if you do a combination of all three, you kind of get this ultimate weapon. But if you play the game more and you're more like used to what you got to do in power attacks. Some weapons you can put just all power attacks on there and have a weapon that you hit them once and it destroys them. But anyways, I've been looking at how to do those things, and I happened to go through a cave to find a wall. What do you want to call it? Anyways, it's a certain axe that you use to climb walls and stuff.
Pickaxe?
No, a climbing axe. That's what they call it.
I don't. Oh, okay.
It's. Anyways, you use it to climb the walls in certain places and whatnot. And I was going through the tunnels, and all of a sudden I come to this opening, and it happens to be that big crater. And I was actually able to take my climbing axe and climb down to the bottom of it. So I think that's how you're supposed to do it to begin with. And I just happened to stumble upon it, which was kind of cool because I haven't played the game since it really came out that much. So I'm learning all those new things. I know these other YouTubers and all that who play the games have been there and won it and found Timmy and found all the passengers on the plane and whatnot. So I'm just relearning all this. And anyways, I found the gate where I believe that Timmy's in, and it opened. And there's like stages of bosses before you. I'm guessing supposedly till you get to Timmy. I haven't looked it up on YouTube because I want to figure it out myself. And anyways, I got to the first stage, and I got through the second stage of these bosses, and the third stage I got my butt handed to me. But it's just kind of neat of all the changes that have happened since the games came out, because I bought it right when it came out, and it's actually kind of nice the direction they're going, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of different mutants, and there's a lot of different weapons. I mean, when I started, there was 2 weapons. The pickaxe, or I guess 3. The pickaxe. No, there's more than 3. Anyways, the general ones were the pickaxe, the one you get off the plane, the modern axe, or the plane axe. The modern axe, the rusty axe, the crafted bow, and the spear. That was all they had, and now they got a lot of other different weapons and stuff, and it's pretty cool. I'm actually enjoying it, and I think I'll have to get you to quit playing Fortnite and play it a little bit.
Yeah, once this Battle Pass season's over, I might put Fortnite down for a little bit and play some other games for a while so I don't ruin the Fortnite experience for me, but who knows. And plus, I mentioned this earlier. Well, I think I mentioned it. I mentioned it to you anyways, that manure planting season's coming up, so I'm going to be really busy. I might not have much time to play games like I'd want to, but you just been playing Forest?
Yeah, I've been just playing the Forest on my spare time. One, because, well, everybody knows that Fortnite was down for a day, so I kind of gravitated towards the Forest because I wanted to experience it a little bit and tell you guys about it in the podcast. And I just wanted to play something a little bit different because Fortnite has been kind of ticking me off.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll talk about Fortnite news a little bit later in the episode. So we'll go into the games I played this week, and I've played mainly Fortnite a little bit. Then they had the update, so I updated. Actually, they updated. They had like 2 updates, I think. But I played a little bit of Fortnite, and then I played The Witcher 3 when the Fortnite servers went down.
How do you like The Witcher 3?
I'm liking it a lot. The story is really good. The world's really fun. The open world is very vast. It's not bare like a lot of open world games are. There's a lot to do. I'm not really doing much of the side quests right now. I've already invested like 30 hours in the game. I think I'm getting near to the end. But I slowed down a little bit just because I'm getting really busy and playing a lot of Fortnite lately. But yeah, I'm really enjoying The Witcher, and I'm hoping I beat it soon and move on to another game. I guess that's really all I have to say about that. What else did I play?
Have you played any of the Battlefront?
Nope, I haven't. I haven't touched my PlayStation in like three weeks. Not really. I've just been playing Fortnite. I want to get back on my PlayStation, but I love my PC.
Well, that's okay. The PlayStation's not going to go anywhere. Neither is your PC. So you just got to pick and choose of what you want to play with.
And the games I want to play are on PC right now, so that's what I've been doing. Yeah, that's really all I've been playing this week. Not too much. So I guess we'll just move on to some gaming news, and we're going to talk about the Fortnite update. They had 2 updates recently. The update, well, we already actually did talk about one of the updates where they changed the shotgun stuff. We're not going to talk about that update. They had an update called 3.5, and they did a thing that I like, but a lot of people don't like, and they took away the double pump shotgunning. They took away the double pistol thing. They took away switching between weapons really quick, so you don't have any reloading times, or if you know what I mean. Like when you shoot,
don't have to sit there and reload. You can just switch to the other gun and start.
Yeah, so if you shoot a shotgun and switch to the other shotgun, you're skipping that entire reloading pump action. So they slowed down the time it takes for you to pull out a weapon. So if you shoot a shotgun and you try switching to another shotgun, you have an animation now that plays. So it's basically that animation replaces the animation that would reload. So a lot of people aren't happy about that. I never did that because I didn't like to do that. I thought
it's not fair. I mean, yeah, everybody can do it, and everybody will say, well, you can do it too. But okay, in reality, that's not gonna happen. And I guess I don't do it either because of all the other games. I've never been able to do it, and it ticks me off when people do it to me. So I'm not gonna do it back to them.
It is partly an exploit, but it is also part game mechanic. So there's two ways that you can kind of decide of if it's good or not. I personally did not like it, so this doesn't affect how I play, but people that do this method, it really made them mad.
Well, maybe then they won't be just those people who are extremely good at it. Now it might be more of everybody has the same amount of chance of skill when you get to that point.
Yeah, I guess I understand. It kind of does even the playing field in some ways. So I like it, but I understand where people are coming from. Another update they changed which needed was the homing missile.
Yeah, no kidding.
The homing missile was really OP. It would just wreck you, and the homing missile was way too fast. You couldn't outrun it. People could just do a 180 turn with a missile, basically, and then kill you if you had barriers up.
They could do whatever they want. So they could follow you.
Yeah, so they slowed the speed of the missile down, and they slowed the turning speed, the movement speed of it. So it takes longer to turn, and the damage was reduced a little bit. So the homing missile definitely got nerfed, and I'm glad because it was a little OP.
Times when we were playing and we should have won, except for that one person has a homing missile and one person revives. He knocks him down, and then we're reviving him again, and he's just shooting these missiles at us, and we can't even do anything. We can't outrun him. We can't outbuild him. It just was stupid.
Yeah, it was tough. So it was a well needed update. But the update also added replay mode. So you remember in Call of Duty when you played a match and you could go back and the match was recorded and stuff?
Yeah.
They added that to Fortnite, basically. So after a match is done, you can just you go to the options and you can watch your replays that your entire match. So they added that in the game, which is pretty cool. And that's probably why the servers had issues. That update caused server issues. For those you don't know, that Fortnite went down for nearly a day or so.
I thought it was a day, almost a day and a half.
I'm not exactly sure. It was nearly 24 hours, though.
Yeah, it was quite long. I have a friend at Ferris, where I go to school at, and he said his roommate had a wait time of like 18 hours.
Yeah, and that wasn't even true. I've seen people wait their time limit, and then all of a sudden the time limit just restarted.
Yep. Yeah.
But it didn't really bother me because this server outage allowed me to play a different game, which is which is pretty cool, I guess. Gave me a little break from Fortnite.
Well, yeah.
But it sucked because I play in PC, and I have to log on to Fortnite servers to do an update. So I wasn't able to log into Fortnite to update my game. So I had to wait until after the server was back up to update the game. Whereas PS4 players, they update through, I think they update through PlayStation, which is a little, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyways, that was my problem, is trying to update the game. I couldn't do it.
Well, PlayStation was the last to be able to have that update. PC and Xbox, for some reason, were first.
Could be. I'm not sure about that. But this new update also, for console players, reduced loading times again. So the game should load faster on your consoles, which is cool. So, yeah. Do you have anything you want to say about the shortage? I don't even think you were playing at the point, so it didn't even matter for you.
No, I wasn't playing at the point, but I found it kind of funny that everybody was freaking out.
Oh yeah,
Fortnite's down.
The memes were funny. I seen some things in Twitter and Reddit where like, "Oh my God, Epic, please fix your game," and then someone else would comment, "That's literally what they're doing right now, is fixing the game." It was like, oh my God,
these people were freaking out like it was going to be the end of the world, and I just found it hilarious because it's not. I mean, yeah, the game is really fun to play, and I agree. Yeah, that's kind of a downer that it's down for a day, but I've had that happen with the PlayStation Network. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
You just gotta wait.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all the news. There wasn't really too much going on. Anyway, for news that I've been following anyways, I've actually been listening to some other podcasts people talking about God of War. Some journalists were able to play it early, and a lot of people are raving about it right now. It's getting awesome reviews, so I might actually pick it up here. Probably not when it comes out. Maybe when it goes on sale or something. I'd love to play it, but I just don't have the time to do it right now.
And that's when people are going to call you cheapo.
I know. Well,
whatever. If you guys want to buy it and send it to us, go ahead.
Yeah. But all right, we can move on to our first topic. We want to talk about our top 5 favorite games. Last week we were reminiscing through some old games, and then it just kind of popped up that maybe we should talk about maybe our favorite games since there's not too much going on this week. So we have a top 5 list, with 5 being our, well, I guess it doesn't really have to be in a particular order. I don't really have a particular order, but we'll take turns listing our top 5 games. So if you want to start us off with your 5th favorite game, Cole. I know this is kind of on the spot, so it might be a while for us to figure out what we want to do.
Oh. I'm not going to rank these in like top 5, but I will rank them as in these are in the top 5.
Yeah, I don't have. It's hard for me to pick a favorite, so I'm not going to list them in order or anything.
The first one that comes to mind is GTA 5. I played that for a while, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, I happened to be at Meijer the other day picking up a few things for home, and I walked over to the gaming section just out of curiosity to see how much games were still in Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 5 is still out there for $60. I kind of find that hard to believe because the game came out like 4 years ago.
It came out 2013.
Well, it's been longer than that.
So late 2013, so it's almost hitting, it's about 4.5 years or so. It's around that age. Yeah, it's...
And they're still wanting $60 for it.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that game. I enjoyed the online, and that definitely made it into the top 5 for me.
Yeah, you just liked it. You had a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah, I just love to be able. I mean, I'm a real like motorhead person, so on that game I could do with cars and crash them and race them. So it was kind of the best of both worlds to be able to upgrade them and drive them, and I don't know. It was kind of like real life. You had insurance on there, and I guess that's what got me.
Yeah. But all right, so my 5th game, not in any particular order. I'm going to start off with Fortnite, I guess. This just recently hit my list. It probably booted out Uncharted. Uncharted was in my list, but
that
hurts. I love Uncharted, but it's not my top 5 anymore.
Yeah.
But I love Fortnite. It's just really addicting. That's pretty much the only reason. I put so many hours into that game lately. So I mean, I've talked about it enough. Obviously, this is my third podcast talking about Fortnite, so you understand how much I like it, anyways. So that's really much all I have to say about Fortnite for my top 5th game. So, what's your next game, Cole?
Fortnite. It is. I mean, Fortnite is probably at the top because I do enjoy it. I remember when my brothers first started playing it and they showed me like, you'd like this game, and I kind of watched it. And I'm like, I don't know. I'll give it a shot. And of course, like anybody else, I haven't been able to put it down yet. So, Fortnite is probably the number 1 game right now for me if I'm gonna rank it.
That's cool. I started playing Fortnite literally when the Battle Royale came out. I was scrolling through YouTube, and one of my YouTubers I watch was playing it. I was like, let's see what he's checking out. And I was like, what is that? And then I just watched him. Like, this actually looks pretty fun. So I downloaded it because it was free.
That's what got me. It was free.
It was free. So in October I got it when it first came out. I think it came out maybe late September. I'm not sure. I got it when it wasn't the big deal back then. And then I showed Brock and Noah.
Have we ever mentioned Noah?
No, we haven't. But Noah is Brock's best friend. He lives with us, so
he's kind of, I'm gonna call him our step brother, but he's not.
He's their brother from another mother.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just lives with us. I'll try to get him on. I'll hopefully get Brock on and Noah on sometime. Noah's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But anyways, I showed them, and they were just they're playing Battlefield or something. They didn't. There's like. It was cartoony. They're just like, what is it? And then I was like, Brock, just download the game. It's free and try it out. So after about 2 weeks of telling him to download it, he finally did. And he texted me back, where was this game 2 weeks ago? I was like, I told you. I told you to get it. And then me and Brock showed Cole because we wanted him to play with us. And we've been playing ever since. And I love it. And I got my girlfriend into it. She loves it just as much. So, well, it's probably not as much as me, but she likes it, and she don't play games, so that's pretty cool. Anything else you want to talk about Fortnite?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. We'll go to my 4th favorite game. Not in any particular order, but I'm going to go with Bloodborne. I went into this game when it came out. I was really into PlayStation way back, PlayStation 4, a couple of years ago, and I followed PlayStation on YouTube, and they had this exclusive game, and I watched the video that they showcased, and they showcased the first world, I guess, of Bloodborne. And if you don't know, Bloodborne has a Victorian Gothic style, and I don't know why, but I just love that style, and that's what kind of hooked me. And then the creepy vibe of it. I had no idea what Bloodborne was. I had no idea what Dark Souls was, because Bloodborne is basically a Dark Souls game. I had no idea how hard this game was. I'm kind of interested in it, so I just kind of left it in the back of my mind. And then my mom wanted to know what I wanted for a gift for, I think it was a birthday or something. I don't remember what it was. Actually, I think it was Easter. My mom gave me a game for Easter. Yeah, it was Easter. She called up. She's like, "You want a game?" I was like, "Okay, I'll have a game." And I was like, "She's like, what do you want?" I was like, "I heard about this game. I'm kind of interested in. It's called Bloodborne." She's like, "All right." So my mom bought me Bloodborne, and I put it in the PlayStation, and I had no idea what I was getting into.
It didn't come out for like over. I don't know. How long did you play it? You played it for over a year.
I played it for. Well, in hours terms, I have over 500 hours into the game. So I played the crap out of the game. But when I first got in this game, oh my god. Like, I had no idea what I was put up against. The game was so hard. It was the hardest game I've ever played. And I made it as a goal to get good at this game. Literally, get good is what people say in the Dark Souls terminology. I had no idea. I looked up some tutorials of like, how do I even play this game? What's the purpose? And then you just you memorize the maps and you memorize the layouts. You memorize combos and weapons and stuff. And I just fell in love with the combat style. It was just really addicting. The story was just really weird, and I love the gory part of it, the Victorian style. So that's why I love Bloodborne so much. Like I said, I have about 500 hours in the game. I beat it probably 8 times. I platinumed the game, and that's why it's on my top 5 favorite games. What about your top third game, Cole?
I would think my top third game would have to be, and of course this isn't, putting a number on it, but would be Dying Light. I enjoyed that game. It kind of reminded me of a little bit of Call of Duty, with the zombie aspect of it, because I absolutely love zombie games. And it was kind of cool because you're kind of out on your own. It wasn't like Call of Duty Zombies where you were stuck on just one map. It was kind of a whole different cities. There's a couple of them, and in different buildings you had to go through and scavenge for stuff. And it was kind of a mix between Call of Duty and Dying Light for me. Or not Dying Light, DayZ. And I played that game for a long time, and I really enjoyed it. And I still have yet to play their DLC version of it, but...
Oh, yeah. So I think I got into the game because it was co-op, so I was like, you guys should get this game. I got our brothers into it, and we played it. It was really fun. But one thing about Dying Light, it was the combat was great. I loved the combat, but I hated the environment. I hated the noises the game made. I hate the sound environment. I hated the shanty town. I hated that. That's why I probably, after I beat and I also I started that storyline probably 4 times because I played it with Cole, and I played it with Brock, and I played it again with Cole, and the story just got old. This is before the DLC came out, so I liked the game, but going back, I just hated the sounds. I don't know why. I just hated the sounds of that game.
I didn't mind the sounds of the game, but I don't think I'm as picky as for gaming. I have to, for a good game for me, I have to have a good storyline for it to enjoy it. Like GTA, I love the story, like the actual story of the game. It made sense, and it was kind of cool.
Yep. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you liked the game.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, it made it up there. I mean, I don't play as many games as you, so I probably don't have as many other games to say, yeah, that's the one. But that was definitely one of them that I enjoyed. And I bet some people will agree and disagree with me, and that's okay.
Everyone has their own opinions. That's all good. So my third game in my list, I guess I'll talk about Skyrim. Skyrim has been out for 7 years now, or something like that. And it's been probably it's been on PC like twice. It's been on PS4. It's on Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS3, Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch?
It's on the Nintendo Switch, and it's also on PlayStation virtual reality, whatever you call it, VR headset. So it's on all that. I'd kind of like to play it on VR, but I don't have money for that right now. But yeah, that's another game I've probably put over 500 hours into the game. I've probably have, I don't know, over 20 profiles. I've had profiles of being a mage, profiles of just dual wielding, sneaky archer. I have a profile where I cheated my entire way through God mode, a modded one. I just I love the Elder Scrolls so much, which made me buy the Elder Scrolls Online. I also went back and I tried playing Morrowind a little bit and Oblivion on my PC way back when. I never got into those that much just because they're older and I had other stuff playing at the other time. But Skyrim, I just like so much. Basically, the world. I love the lore and everything about it. It's
kind of a gothic thing again for you.
Well, I wouldn't say gothic. It is medieval.
Medieval,
It's a medieval fantasy, and I always liked medieval fantasy stuff. So, yeah, and I like the dragons and stuff in it, and so that's what kind of really pulled me into it. And playing with you and Brock was really fun. We'd sit on the couch or our computers playing it with each other. And that was really fun.
That game had to make it in the top 5 with me too. I mean, it has to. I played it for over 2 years straight. I mean, that was the only game I played. So I would have to say that I made it in the top 5. So what is that, 2 for me? Yeah.
Okay, that's your second one?
Yeah, I suppose.
All right. Well, since you just said your second one, and do you have anything else you want to talk about it?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I just like the graphics were, people will say, well, the graphics aren't the greatest, but at the time, the graphics were really good. I mean, it was a huge
They
map.
were all right. They were all right. But that's the Bethesda game for you. They always had clunkiness graphics, which is okay.
And I guess I like the adventure part of it. I mean, you always went through Dwemer caves and all that, Dwarven, getting stuff, and I like how you could like upgrade your suits, and you could go in the Thieves Guild, and
yeah, the side quests were amazing.
There were so many side quests. So as soon as you finished the storyline, you still had plenty of the game to play. So it wasn't like
most people don't even go to the storyline.
No.
A lot of people like the side quests more than the storyline.
Yeah,
which I understand. The storyline was all right, but yeah, the game was great.
Yeah, I found the storyline for Skyrim might have been a little bit too short compared to all their side missions and stuff like that, but it was definitely a very enjoyable game for me.
Yep, cool. I guess I'll go to my second game in my top 5 list, which is going to be, and I talked about this last podcast, of my favorite platformer game on the PS1, which is Spyro the Dragon.
Oh, I thought we were staying like newer.
It can be whatever games you want, but we're gonna reminisce to the old games too. But Spyro the Dragon, even though it's hitting 20 years old now, it's just a very fun, great memories, good childhood game that I loved. I played Spyro 1, 2, and 3. I skipped the PS2 era, most of it, because I didn't play games as much when those games were out. And then I was probably 12 years old or so, 13, and I seen a new Spyro game came out. It was advertised on TV, and it was called Spyro A New Beginning or something for the PS2. And I was like, I kind of want to get back and see Spyro, so I played that. I had a blast with that, but it was definitely not what Spyro used to be. But I still enjoyed it. I beat that game. I skipped the Eternal Night Spyro because I heard that one was awful. It was glitchy as hell, and so I never played that. And then I got a PS3, and then I was looking to see if there was a Spyro game coming out, and then there was a PS3 version of a Spyro game called Spyro Dawn of the Dragon, I think, something like that, and that was co-op.
Is that one?
That's A New Beginning.
Is that the one you were thinking of, or no?
Dawn of the Dragon is what I'm thinking. That's in its case right here.
Oh yeah, I remember. That's a co-op game, ain't it?
Yep, I just said that it was co-op, so that's why. And that game was the first game that you could actually fly Spyro, and that game was pretty cool because it was the first game where Spyro was actually maturing. He was older, and he had his partner was Cinder, and I love those two characters. Due to unpopular opinion, but Spyro Dawn of the Dragon is one of my top Spyro games, to be honest. I really liked it, even though the combat and the whole style of the game is different compared to the originals, but I really liked that game. But the original Spyro series is dear to my heart, and I loved it, and I can't wait for the new remastered version coming out this fall. So what's you want to talk about your next game?
Yep. And my number one game would be Star Wars Battlefront 1.
And this is the Star Wars from 2004.
Yes.
The one he's talking about.
Yes. I was when I bought it, I was a little littler, and it was Star Wars. That's all I cared about. It was Star Wars.
He loved Star Wars back then. How old were you? You were probably
I wasn't that old.
04, so I was in 4th grade, 5th grade. I was 10, 11, so you would have been 7 or 8 when that came out.
Yeah. And that game was probably, all three of us, was probably our favorite game for the longest time. I mean, when we had our PS2, we had that PS2 for so long. We had the original PS2, the thicker version of it, and that was pretty much the only game we ever really played. And
that was our first experience of a shooter game on the PS2, so that was awesome. And make it even better, it was a Star Wars game.
Yeah.
And I remember booting that game up, and you could play as a droideka, and I about squealed. That was the best part of the game, was being a droideka for me.
Yeah. The game was really fun, and I mean, it was simple. You had conquests and stuff like that, and you could have been the droids or you could have been the clones, and it was just a very enjoyable game for me. And I still love it just because of Star Wars. And
it's still a good game, and
yeah.
I just wish DICE would make a game that was just as good, and they can't.
Yeah.
They just can't. But that's awesome. I have so many fond memories. That's a game that we played that game up until 2010. We played the PS2 until we got a PS3, and we got a PS3 in 2010 or so.
Yep.
So we played that PS2 in Battlefront
Until then.
We played it for a little while.
And you know what? I don't care. I enjoyed that game that much, and I still play it here and there.
Yeah, we got it on PC
Yep.
and stuff. We'll occasionally get on it and play with each other. It's fun.
Yeah.
The PC version's so much better. I tried playing the PS2 version last year with one of my friends because he wanted to play an old school game. God, well we're playing this PS2 in a HD TV, so it was pixelated as hell. But I was like, oh my God, how do we play in this? You know, look, going back to some of these old games, it's graphics, but you can't. I don't judge games by graphics or anything, but it's just funny going back to these old school games and just like.
Wow, we played
that. But yeah, Battlefront, good choice.
Yep.
We like the first one due to unpopular opinion.
Yep.
People, I don't know, people like Battlefront 2 more.
I
understand
Battlefront
why
2 a lot because they had space battles and stuff like that, and you could
but I felt like the combat was more clean or smoother in the first game, I guess. And we just started off with that game, so maybe that's why we like it better.
Yeah.
But cool. Okay, this actually is my favorite game of all time. It's number one. The other games, there's no particular order, but this is my favorite game. And I wouldn't even say this is a game. This is a game mode in a game. And I'm going to call it just Call of Duty Zombies. The Call of Duty Zombies game mode is my favorite game/game mode of all time.
Uh-huh.
And I'm about to explain why. So I don't even know how to explain this because I don't remember how I got into it, to be honest. I can't remember if we got into it from Black Ops 1 or if we got into it from the freaking mobile version of World War II.
It was on
World
our
at War.
iPod.
We played it. So I think what happened was Cole's friend showed him Zombies on the iPod Touch. Cole's like, whoa, that's awesome. So Cole came home and he's like, Jesse, we need to get this game. So I was like, okay, it was $3 on iTunes, so we bought it. I think it was $3. I don't remember.
It was pretty cheap.
It was cheap. Maybe it was $8. Anyways, we bought it and we put it on our iPod Touches, and
we played the snot out of our iPod.
This is just a different game, and we played this on iPod Touch. This is how we got into Zombies, right? We both of us did, and we're like, we could hardly get past round 2 at first, and then I just remembered we didn't know anything about the storyline or nothing because. This is back in 2008 or something. And then all of a sudden we started killing zombies. We're actually like, dude, we got past the first door. And then all of a sudden we're like, round 7, yes. And
hey, what's this box?
Yeah, and then we're like, what is this thing? And we opened it up. We had no points. Oh my God, the first time we ever seen that ray gun. I can still remember that. Dude, what is this gun? Oh my God, this is awesome. I just love the mystery in that game. You know, this was a zombie game, and we're finding alien guns in this box that you open that generates random weapons. So we played that forever, and this game we could play together through Bluetooth and through the Wi-Fi and stuff. So we did that, and after a while, our best we made it to like round 50 on the iPod or something. I don't remember what it was.
It was that far.
Granted, the iPod version is
easier
than the other versions of the game, but we didn't know that. But
awesome.
But still, playing on a freaking phone or iPod,
your screen is like 2 inches by 3.
It's pretty tough. So getting that far was awesome. But then I kind of died down from the zombies. I just got busy with stuff. But we finally got the PS3, and then my brother wanted a Call of Duty game, and I've played Call of Duty 1 and 2 on the PS2, but I didn't really care about it that much.
Was that Brock or was that me?
No, Brock wanted it.
Yeah, Brock.
So we got a PS3, and Brock's like, I want to buy this Call of Duty game because I think his friends were playing it too or something.
Yeah, so we all decided to pitch in some money to get it.
Yeah, so we bought it, and then we go to the loading screen, and all of a sudden there's campaign, multiplayer. I didn't know there was a multiplayer in this game, and then there was a zombie mode. I was like, whoa, that's awesome. So the first thing we picked was zombies because we didn't know what the heck it was. I didn't know that this game was tied into the iPod version of zombies. So we loaded the first map, and then it was Kino der Toten is what the map was called. And two of us loaded into the map because we played split screen. And I was like,
butts handed to us.
Well, yeah, we got our butts handed to us to begin with. And then I was like, wait a minute. This is like the iPod game. And then it just dawned on me, like, oh, this is zombies. So we just fell in love with this game. And then our cousin also got a PS3. And we did a LAN system hookup or whatever with the PS3. So we played 4-player co-op. Oh, my God. This is where my love of co-op games came into play.
Yep.
And we just, just getting to round 5 was a challenge, and then getting to round 7 and then 10. You just make these personal goals to get farther and farther in the game. And then I remember I played by myself one time, and I got to round 22, and that was unheard of for us. And we were just all freaking out. So then everyone came over, and we all tried playing again, and we just all wanted to outdo each other and work together, and who could get the ray gun, who could get the who could get the thunder gun. Those are the best guns of the game. And
do you remember when we first got the game and that's what Eric brought his PlayStation 2. We were heading out to New York to look at some robotic systems for our family farm, and we just somehow figured it out how to hook it up in our van. And I kid you not, this is one of the first vans when they had a little flip down TV. So it was literally as big as my hand, and it wasn't very big. And we decided to play 4 people on it.
This is like a 6-inch screen with like 4-player split screen on this freaking screen.
So we're sitting there playing, and we literally can't see what we're doing. Everyone's with eyes squint and looking at the screen. How many grenades do I have? I don't know. Just hit the button and throw them. Oh, we would die at round 4. Woo! We made it to round 4. We thought that was good.
Yeah, that's a fond memory. Just playing Call of Duty in a van with a 6-inch screen.
Oh, it was hilarious.
That was funny. But anyways, going on, and we just love zombies so much, and then DLCs were coming out, and we're like, oh, dude, we got more zombie packs, and we bought every single one, and we kept playing them all. We had Ascension, there was Shangri-La, and all of a sudden, the maps would get weirder and creepier and more mythical, and then I just, off a hunch, I just look the maps up, and then all of a sudden there's these things called Easter eggs. Yep. And I was like, what is an Easter egg? I mean, there's no Easter eggs in the game. And then
there's no Easter eggs in the game.
And then I was like, so I looked up what the frick Easter egg meant. And in video games, Easter eggs mean just hidden things, hidden whatever in a game that a developer put there for funs and giggles. Well, these developers for this game would put storylines hidden in the game. So in the zombie game where the goal is to survive, there's actually a story, a backstory, or whatever, radios you gotta find,
meteors, shards.
Whatever. There's just random stuff in the game that develops a storyline. So you're playing this game with the story in the background, and then every map continues this story. Why are you at this place? And I just fell in love with that. I'd go to forums and read about the story, and I just loved it.
Triarch took off with that and made the rest of the games all link in together, and it was awesome to actually play them. It's like, oh, I know why this is happening, and I don't know. It was a very cool storyline that they continued it on to other
up
games.
into Black Ops 2, which don't get me started on Black Ops 2 Zombies. That was awful.
That was stupid.
Transit came out, and I about lost my zombie love after that map. Luckily, a new director came on and made the game a lot better.
Yeah.
Black Ops 2, I didn't play as much, and then I kind of quit zombies after that a little bit, and then Black Ops 3 came out.
Well, Black Ops 2 is the one that had Origins and stuff.
Okay,
so they started changing the maps in 2, and we got
right. So Mob and the Dead and Origins is what got me back into zombies. Yes. Those maps I fell in love with. And then Black Ops 3 came out 3 years later. That's when the developers started doing a 3-year cycle. And I haven't had zombies for 3 years, so this was awesome. And I fell in love with zombies even more when Black Ops 3 came out. The storyline got really good. There's quests in the maps now. It's just awesome. I love just talking about. I listen to Zombies podcast about the storyline and stuff. And then I got addicted to the game mode. They added a progression system into zombies, so I got Prestige Master, which if you don't know what Prestige Master is, you just level up. I guess you just level up your character to a certain point where you're maxed out. So I looked up my stats, and I have about 30 days worth of gameplay into zombies,
that's
is
just
insane.
zombies.
That's
not
just
online
zombies.
multiplayer. Or
Yeah,
like that.
I don't care about multiplayer anymore. But I only buy Treyarch Call of Duties just for the zombies mode,
Yep.
and I just love it so much. And I'm really pumped for the next game to come out.
I have no
and
life. With Fortnite.
Yeah, and then I made it a goal to be amazing at zombies, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm really good at zombies. My best highest round on zombies is around 115, and I chose to quit. I didn't go down. I didn't lose any lives or nothing. The rounds lasted so long, I just had to quit. To get to round 115, that took 12 hours. Which I didn't play 12 hours straight. I paused it.
Just with four people with us, when we would get to round round 45, it would be like 4 hours of playing. We're like, okay, it's time to go home.
Yeah, especially with more people. There's more zombies and stuff that spawn in and whatnot. But yeah, that's totally my favorite game of all time, and I'll definitely have more talks about Call of Duty Zombies when the next game comes out. Because don't get me started on World War II zombies.
Ooh.
Oh my God, those other zombie modes suck. Sorry if any of you guys like it, but I don't like them.
I like the World War IIs.
You never played WW2 Zombies?
Not
World at War Zombies.
Oh, yeah.
This is Sledgehammer's game.
Yeah, that's what they like aliens and stuff, ain't it?
No, that's Extinction from Ghost.
No.
World War II. You haven't played. World War II is the last Call of Duty that came out.
Oh.
We haven't even played it. We don't even own it.
Oh.
So.
Well, good.
Yeah. And I don't want to get burnt out on zombies, so I'm just gonna stick with Treyarch Zombies because they do a good job.
Well, yes, they do a good job, and I know this isn't gonna happen, but I think Treyarch should just come out with just strictly a zombie game.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't.
Well, it's kind of what they do, anyways. But
pretty much nowadays. But and then Zombie Chronicles came out for Black Ops 3, which is all the old maps or 8 old maps remastered on Black Ops 3. Oh my!
We had no life then.
Oh my God, that was so much fun. I love zombies. So, well, we're hitting the hour mark here soon, so we can, if you want to, we can reminisce through some old games, and then we can end the podcast if you want.
Why not?
So
let's break out the game Bible.
Yeah, we have a folder just full of all our PS1, PS2, and Wii games. I don't know why, and I'm really mad at myself for doing this, but we put all of our disc in this folder, and now I'd love to show off my games on my shelf, and I don't have the cases for them anymore, so I'm really...
Well, we were ruining them because we would never put them back in the case.
Yeah, I know, we were bad.
Yeah, whatever.
So I guess we just scroll through some of these games and talk about the games we like. I already talked about Spyro, and I'm not talking about MW3, so go on.
That's stupid.
I already talked about Call of Duty 1,
yep.
So I'm not talking about that.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I'm talking about the original.
Oh yeah, okay, the original.
Yeah, we love the original Twisted Metal. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It was a PS1 game.
Yeah, the PS3 wannabe Twisted Metal game was awful.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
MX versus ATV Unleashed.
Oh my God. So if you know us, we love motocross, motorcycles, dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, and everything.
Off-roading, anything to do with off-roading.
This game was an off-roading game, and we actually borrowed the first MX first ATV game from our cousin, and then we got the second game. No, this was the third game because it went Untamed. No, Unleashed was second, and then
Unleashed
Untamed,
was second,
and then
MX
Untamed
versus
ATV Untamed, and then Reflex, and then Alive, and then Supercross. Supercross and Alive are garbage.
Yeah, Reflex
is good.
And Unleashed was best.
Unleashed was my favorite out of those.
Mine too.
So we had fun. We had a blast playing split screen on that.
Oh yeah, all the time. We were, well, of course, we were a lot younger when we got these, and we bought a lot of the like Star Wars Lego
games.
Lego
yeah, we like
games,
Lego games.
Indiana
There's nothing wrong with
Jones.
Lego games. They're really good.
Yeah,
and Lego
I
Indiana
enjoy
Jones and Lego Star Wars is the only games we had Lego Racers too as
Yeah.
well. But yeah, we really enjoyed those games. We haven't played any of the new ones though.
No.
But
But
all right. Oh my God, that game made me so mad.
Battle Ball.
No, this game's called Ball Breakers.
Ball
So
Breakers,
PS1.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we have it, but that game's stupid.
I don't know. I played
It was
a
hard,
little bit. It was so hard.
It was hard.
It was definitely
I
not
thought
a
it was
kid
stupid
game.
too.
Yeah.
The game creeped me out.
A little bit.
Okay, Burnout Dominator. That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard people talk about this game.
Ours quit on us.
It don't work as well. It might work on my computer because I have emulation and
Yeah.
better disc readers. But Jedi Power Battles was fun.
That's
That's hard game.
It was hard. Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna talk about those. Nah. Oh, Destroy Humans. We had a lot of fun with that.
Oh, yeah. I
Destroy
loved,
Humans 2, and then
Yep.
oh man, Destroy Humans on Big Willie I thought was kind of stupid. It was still alright though.
Yeah.
I like Destroy Humans 2 because it was co-op.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
We already talked about Battlefront 2. Ooh, Crash Bandicoot games. Those were all great.
Yep.
Nitro Kart and Tag Team Racing was fun. Crash Team Racing was fun. Okay.
The Dangerous Hunt 2.
Oh, Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2. That was fun. That was
fun.
hard. Man, that
It was
game scared me as
It
a
scared
kid.
the crap out of us. I got it when I was like 7, and
Yeah.
it was
It's a
scared.
game where you just hunt animals, but my
Yeah.
God, it was scary. These animals are just you're hunting in the dark. Why would you ever hunt in the dark?
I don't
Beyond me, but you'd get attacked by bears and tigers and
I
stuff.
played it the other day, like a while back, a couple months, and I got my butt handed to me still. Jeez. Well, there's Lego Racers 2.
Yep, we called it.
Oh my word!
Oh man, SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants was
It was
alright,
alright.
I guess.
It was made by
THQ, yeah, they went
THQ.
bankrupt, but
They did.
they went bankrupt.
I
But
thought they made the MX versus.
well, they did, and they went
Reflex.
bankrupt after that, and then a company bought them out, so they're back now.
Okay.
But that's why Encore sucks, and that's
Oh.
why the new game that came out sucks. There's a new one, that MX game that MX vs ATV All Out is a new game that came out a month ago or so. I might get it, but Episode 3, Star Wars Episode 3 was a pretty good
Yeah,
game.
that was decent. It was kind of cool to actually be the Jedi and do the story.
Yeah,
to
it
the
was
movie.
alright. Sled Storm, that was a PS1 game for snowmobiles. Snowmobile
Sorry.
racing was fun. Star Wars Demolition, that we had a ton of fun with
That
that.
was a fun.
A lot of
one.
people don't like that game,
I
but
don't know why.
I
liked
really liked it.
it. Me too. Rayman 3.
Oh man, we were almost beating that game. The game froze,
Yeah, it won't work.
but we bought it for the PS3 and we meant to beat it finally, but we haven't yet. And I kind of want to play it.
We bought it for the PS3.
Yeah, we own it for the PS3.
Oh yeah, it's online, ain't it? Or
Yeah,
on the
it's an
storage.
HD remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I had to beat it.
You did beat it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were in the last level and it was too hard to beat it or something.
Well, maybe that was it. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look and finish it off or something.
Oh, and this is a good game. Toy Story 2 for the PS1. That was a good game.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good game. I almost beat it. It was a hard game.
It is a hard game. I mean, come on. It's a kid game and it's hard. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, huh?
That was alright.
Made by Activision. Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Oh, okay.
Rayman Arena.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
I love Rayman games.
screw you.
So my very first game I ever bought for the PlayStation 2 was this game called Rayman Arena because I loved Rayman growing up as a kid. My mom and dad had it, and this is pretty much a battle royale. Well, I wouldn't say battle royale. It's a battle arena game.
Yeah.
You just you just run around this map, find stuff, and kill people with.
Race.
And it was also a racer game, and I was really good at this
was
game.
really good.
I was really good at this game. No one wanted to play after I would kick everyone's butt in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun memories with Rayman Arena.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, Need for Speed High Stakes. We had a lot of fun with that game too.
Oh, yeah.
That's for PS1. I remember we just see who could do the biggest crashes and and then outrunning the police and stuff. Man, that was a fun game.
That was a fun game.
And then we'd trick the game and glitch it to get those unlocked cars.
Yep. I don't even remember how to do that anymore.
Well, you'd scroll through the menu so fast and then
Oh, yeah.
try to click on the unlocked thing, and then sometimes you'd
Get it.
You'd get it.
Yeah.
After a while, there was cheats I found, but
It was cool.
Crash Bandicoot was fun. Oh man, Xena.
That game was hard.
That was a hard game.
I had to cheat to even come close to doing anything.
Yeah, I got pretty close to the end of that game.
So did I.
I watched Mom and Dad play that game. That game scared me to death.
Yeah, it did. I kind of want to.
Oh, Tigger's Honey Hunt. That was fun.
I remember
That was
that game.
Pretty fun game. It was hard.
Oh,
That's stupid games. Okay, Thrillville was retarded.
Yes, it was.
Crash Twin Sandy was really fun. That was
Yeah.
one of the best Crash games ever, even though it wasn't made by Naughty Dog.
It was still fun.
Mm-hmm. Walt Disney World's Magical Racing Tour was really fun.
Yeah.
I really liked that game.
Another thrill though.
It was a racing game, like a kart racing game. Oh, Rayman again.
The
Original Rayman game.
Indiana Jones Lego again.
We had 2 Indiana Jones games?
Yeah, we had all of them.
I thought we only had 1.
No, we have.
I never played the second one.
No?
No.
The second one was fun.
I thought we only had the 1.
What's on Wii?
Number 2?
Yep.
The Adventure Continues. I didn't know that. So what's the first one? The Original Adventures.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know.
I don't remember
played them.
those.
I bought them both, I think.
I don't know. We got one for Christmas. I know that. I didn't know we had 2 of them.
Well, I think that one we got for Christmas.
We did.
And I bought that one.
Oh, that could be. And I never played that one, so.
You'll have to play it. It's pretty fun, actually.
I probably won't play. Well, it's on the Wii. Is that one on the Wii?
Yeah, they're both on the Wii.
Oh, okay. That's when we actually played the Wii.
Wii's alright. Oh, is that in here? It's not. I'll have to mention it.
What?
Bros Brawl.
Oh, Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun game,
That
too.
was a fun game.
So, yeah, that was just kind of us reminiscing through our old games.
That's not half.
That's not even half the games we own.
It was just the one we have in the one
Yeah.
pack.
My, our great-grandma, she passed away a while ago, but, she had a,
Nintendo.
the original Nintendo, the NES, and then she had Sega Genesis and stuff, and, Sega Saturn, and we'd always play old school games there, and I kind of just want to go and play it. It's at her house still.
Bring it home. No one will know.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
like Matt and them all come there.
I don't know. They're gamers, so they might want it. Or I'm not gonna get into that right now. But
Whatever.
man, she had the original Zelda games, original Mario games on there, and they
Yeah.
all work still. So
Yep.
I kind of just want to get it. But
Just bring it over here, and if they
I don't
want
know.
to use it, they can take it back.
anyways, are you? Oh man, Portal 2 was great.
That was great.
But anything else you want to talk about, Cole, before we close up the podcast?
No, not that I know of.
Yeah, we talked about mainly games on this episode. Not too much happened this week, especially with our truck topics and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
Cole kind of talked about his trucks or his job, anyways, involves trucks stuff. But I guess we're gonna call it good for this podcast. So this is the J.C.B. Scrubs podcast, episode 3. I'm your host Jesse, aka BrightestShadows, followed on my co-host Cole.
Peace out, guys.
Yep, peace out, guys. Seriously, stay safe, stay awesome, and stay cool. And join. Before I mention it, please join our Discord channel and follow us on Twitter and stuff. I'll get Cole's Twitter information from him. He'll probably get on it maybe a little bit.
Yep.
Maybe. So, Cole don't have a YouTube channel yet. We're still working on that. I'm gonna start working on getting these podcasts onto other sites. Hopefully iTunes. Hopefully Spotify, but I heard that's almost impossible to get on. Maybe SoundCloud and Audible and other stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. Please join our Discord. It's in the description of all our videos, and we'll hopefully get some community discussions going on, and we can answer some of your questions in the future. I have a hashtag in our Discord channel to ask questions in, and if you write into that section of the Discord channel, I'll read your question on and answer it and say your name and whatnot. So hopefully you guys will do that. We'll love to talk to you. So
Yeah.
anyways, this is the J.C.B. Scrubs podcast, episode 3. Peace out, and
See you
have a
guys.
good one.